And we're back, and this should be the last part of Mortal Kombat 1 Armageddon. But before we get to that, I'm taking us on a little detour because took a couple minute break because I got a delivery and I got the gamer subs I ordered. Now, gamer subs kind of like a G Fuel style like energy drink substitute or whatever. Thank you to Mother's Basement Jeff Thu well for his ads and discount codes I got. So I bought myself a starter cup, a starter set. I got a shaker, a green, I forget what it was called, but it's like a green, like toxic looking one. Got 2 sample packs, and I go, all right, let's give this a shot. So I got my shaker, and I'm trying out, because Gamer Subs being like the waifu, based, variation of it. So I go, all right, let's try, VTuber Shy Lily's flavor, the Blowhole Blast. So it's got like a very peachy, kind of like a peach mango pina colada kind of smell to it. The thing about these flavors is that they don't tell you what they actually taste like. They just give you the ad. So, I'm just doing this rant for no reason. Let's give this a live taste test off camera so it's less interesting. So let's give it a shot. That tastes pretty nice, actually. All right. Yeah, it's kind of like it tastes like the Sonic Peach rings, which when I drink Gamer Fuel or G Fuel, which didn't last long. I only drank the Lingonberry, the PewDiePie Lingonberry, because that was actually a good tasting flavor. And I tried the Sonic Peach rings, got a whole tub of it, never got through it, or only took a few scoops out of it. I happened to get them on a deal, but it's like, that's kind of what it tastes like. It kind of tastes like the Sonic Peach rings, except it doesn't have like this kick to it that makes it so revolting, So yeah, at least that's the one. So I got more in the starter set to try out, but that one's not bad. I'll go through that. I don't exactly got the ratio right, I don't think. I kind of eyeballed it, but alkaline plus water plus a Blowhole Blast, pretty good. Let's take another sip. Yeah, it's got a little aftertaste to it. Oh, I'm now seeing the markings on the cup, but I cannot tell because the marks are just so ingrained into the texture. I cannot even tell, what the mark... Okay, whatever. Anyways, sorry for that little detour. Let's get to the game. So, back to it. Is that... Select your final warrior. Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay, so that's how it's happening. I don't know why we can't play as Havoc or whoever that is in the corner. So I guess this decides who we're playing as the rest of the game. Okay, and we're on a time limit. I mean, Liu Kang would be thematic, but I want to play as like other characters. I've been playing as Smoke in the invasion mode, which now explains how that story's playing out. Although Shang Tsung would be very funny to play. I'm gonna play Smoke. Why not? My boy hasn't got a chance here. So I'm looking at the timelines. Was that Sonya, or was that like a female Johnny Cage from another timeline? Because, infinite possibilities.
There is nowhere to run, Shang Tsung. Nowhere to hide. We have banded together to rid all timelines of your evil. The threat you pose to them ends today.
Such certainty, Liu Kang, that this battle will end in your favor.
Yeah.
It can end no other way, because across all timelines, the arc of history bends toward justice.
Does it? In this timeline, it bends toward me.
And also, this seems like the Temple of Argus.
The hell I unleash upon you.
I swear to God, if they actually bring out Blaze. I suppose we're just fighting the entire roster of the game, aren't we? It's interesting, you know, thinking about this. This is basically how Armageddon ended. Like, well, you know, not one army on top going down, but the ascent up the temple and loads of destruction and death on the way up, including a lot of Armageddon characters. This is interesting. You know, even though it's been a long time and I don't remember in great detail, I feel like this validates me as, like, a PlayStation 2 era, you know, Mortal Kombat fan.
No mercy will be shown. No quarter given.
So I think we're just gonna fight everyone on the roster. So we'll just go. Guard of Thunder. Yeah, and playing as Smoke, because I was doing the invasion mode, which is kind of just like the adventure mode, if you will. We'll get to it. I suppose it's just interchangeable. No matter who you pick, it's just like the fighting.
I'm taking you down.
Fight.
Jaw spell. I was gonna say, is that like a female Quan Chi? Oh, right, I turned invisible. It's like, where'd he go? Yeah, I've been playing as Smoke in the invasion mode, because it's been fun. And I like his moves, just like his teleporting around.
Smoke you out.
Fight.
Ermac. Oh, classic Ermac. Interesting. I suppose, yeah. Well, I say classic Ermac. Is that a female classic Ermac? Yeah. Can't see me. Teehee. So, you know, I'm sure this is like a reference ahoy. Ooh. A Sonya Blade that is kind of like, you know. You know, it's fun combinations like that.
It's time to wrap this production.
Fire Cage. That sounded like Liu Kang. Is that Liu Kang if he, like, lived as Johnny Cage and yet still became the god of fire and lightning? I suppose it's the model, but it sounded like Liu Kang's voice. Ooh. Is that like a Goro who became Shao Kahn? Oh. They really brought that ninja mime thing all the way around, huh? Well, there he goes. Spun while it lasted. And I like that. Yeah, like a female Johnny Cage. That's what's fun about these multiverse stories.
Stairs with your blood.
Is that like Katana Khan? Awesome. That's what I love about like this multiverse stuff is like the, you know, in any given world, there's already infinite possibilities, you know? Like even on our Earth here, you know, it's like there's like, you know, what was it now? 8 billion people on this planet. Statistically, there's a chance for any combination of a person to live, you know, just, ooh. Ah!
Allow me.
Aw. No, Takeda. Jackie. But that's interesting. They're like, pseudo cyber Lin Kuei. Oh, there goes Cassie. Honestly, that's the best version of Cassie
Thank you,
was in
Katana.
You're
MKX.
welcome. Now hurry. There's no time to waste.
Well, at least they got a cameo. I was hoping they would come back in a game.
Flame out.
Scorplau. Oh, that's interesting. See, it's stuff like this that's fun. Just they're like, again, now across infinite timelines and different possibilities, there's just combinations of characters. So yeah, we got a Kung Lao who has like the backstory of Scorpion and his abilities or something like that. We got a version where Katana became Khan, and not the MK11 way where it's just like, it was just a title. She became the dictator. And you know, we got female Cage and Ninja Mime. Ooh. And now a Kung Lao that, you know, is the Thunder God. Yep, later. Guess you're kind of the God of Fire. What the hell? Shao Zero? Okay, I thought it was like Shao Smoke. It's like, what the hell? Now, if only there was a way to mix and match these combinations of characters. Like, do like a creative character and mixing up. I wish, you know, also a thing I loved in Armageddon. And that's what this is kind of making me think of now that I think about it. It's like the creative character in Armageddon where you could just make up your own guy, do any combinations of abilities, and everything. That's what this feels like. This feels like the creative character gone wild. God, I wish they could bring that back. Let that be an update. Sorry, Smoke really pulling his weight in this, you know, ascent. Ooh. I was gonna say, is that just a flock of Molinas? Nope, I'd like to keep my eyes. Yep, here we go. You know, these test your mites are actually kind of useless. That's for Kenshi. Why that killed you and it didn't kill him when you did the same thing to him even deeper. It's whatever. Good Shang Tsung and good Quan Chi.
Hurry, Smoke. You are almost there.
Well. Guys, don't turn your back to your evil compartments. Or... Oh, Ninja Mime.
Way out of this.
Evil Ninja Mime. I know Smoke's got other moves. What am I missing? Vicious Vapor. Again, if these all appear as costumes at the very least, you know, like, you know, Sub-Con or something, if that's an outfit you can unlock, that'd be amazing. I mean...
Fight.
That is not... Okay, sorry. Crocodile? I'm just trying to figure that out. Wait, is that... Oh, it's Gearus. If or Reptile if he was Gearus. Okay, that's hilarious. Crocodile, that's good. Sorry, that call was nothing. Sorry, I was confused there. It's like, what the hell is this? Hey, Liu Kang, how's it going?
It's only a little further, Smoke. Follow me.
This is a fun ascent, you know, again, this is what it felt like. This is what the opening of Mortal Kombat Armageddon felt like. The ascent of the Temple of Argus, as everyone is just dying and using their abilities.
I do not think so.
Realize, sorcerer, that you've brought this on yourself.
And, you know, Liu Kang and
Avarice
Shang Tsung
and
meeting at the
ego
top,
have
except
again
Liu Kang's not a
proved
zombie
your
this time
undoing.
around.
We have no choice but to eradicate you.
It is you who will be eradicated. You and your followers.
Choose your destiny and
Once you
let
are
Shang Tsung
dead,
win.
All timelines will be mine.
I suppose that's knocking out whoever you chose, so now it's Liu Kang to finish it off. I'm gonna take another sip of Blowhole Blast. Is this fighting? Okay. I'm waiting for it to actually go, like, choose your destiny, and then it's just like the ending of Mortal Kombat 11 all over again. Almost.
Your position is precarious. To survive, you must submit.
Yes. The question you must ask is, if Liu Kang couldn't finish us, how possibly could you?
Fight.
I think it's very possible. I'm just gonna keep using the same moves. Ah, I was trying to use a smoke bomb and get around him. Oops. I know I'm using a lot of the same moves over and over again, but it's working. Oh, there we go. That could have been the last fight, was it?
And they called me the Chosen One.
I am honored, Liu Kang. Shall I?
You have done more than enough. Please
I was
permit
gonna,
me
should I
to end
finish him? Doesn't feel like the end, though. Or at the
May
very least,
that
just
be
like,
the
well, I thought
last we see
Kronika's
of you.
final boss was anticlimactic. Blaze, Blaze,
What's wrong?
Blaze, Blaze.
Timeline. Without Shang Tsung to hold it together, it's falling apart. You must return to your timeline before this one collapses.
Now it's the descent down from the bottom of the temple and fighting more variations of...
Thank you for your aid, Smoke. May we one day meet again.
I'm telling you, the locations we found here are money. I mean, look at this. Don't the rainbow colors on these mountains just scream Outworld?
I cannot believe you'll be telling our story about how we defeated Shang
Okay.
Tsung.
Well,
I was wondering, like, are we actually gonna like get the tower ending for our characters? I've not seen those yet, but I'm, you know, wanting to get to that.
The budget.
I assume you'll be the star.
Nope, I'm behind the camera, writing and directing. Time to let someone younger and prettier take the lead. You know, I've written in parts for all of you, if you want them.
Us? On screen?
I mean, they're cameos. But like they say, there are no small parts.
Thank you, Johnny. But we must decline.
Kung Lao, speak
The
for
new
yourself.
initiates arrive tomorrow. We must return to the Wuxi to begin their instruction.
Of course. You are right.
What about you, Takahashi? I need a blind swordsman, and no actor can do what you do.
I would love to. But my work
He's got a
to
clan to
revive
get
the
back to.
Timmara is starting to pay off. I can't let up now.
Well, I know better than to ask you. Your plate is always full.
Actually, I am quite
Indeed,
open.
Johnny Cage. Which is why I must now depart.
Off to Outworld to advise the Empress.
Between her father and her sister, Melina is receiving plenty of good advice. And with the sorcerers and the general imprisoned, there are few threats to her rule.
Is something wrong then?
I am simply shoring up our defenses. As you know, Bihan and his Lin Kuei have abandoned their roles as Earthrealm's guardians. His
Right.
brother, Kuai Liang, has agreed to build a new clan.
There it is.
Shirai Ryu to take its place. I must
Interesting.
go aid his efforts.
Is there anything we can do?
Not yet, but I will call upon all of you when the time comes. Madame
Time.
Bo, once again, you have served an excellent meal.
That's kind of you to say.
Now who's paying for it?
Enjoy the rest of your evening. And thank you, all of you. You have served well as Earthrealm's champions.
No, Liu Kang. Thank you. Joining up with you really has changed the arcs of our lives.
I am glad.
Trying to
All right,
finally
gentlemen.
set up.
If you're finished, there's only one thing left to do. Which one of you gets the bad news?
Not me. I'm still 3 mil in the hole on Sento. How, thick's your wallet, Takahashi?
Thick enough, but seems to me our hosts are on the hook. They did invite
You
us.
think we have money? The Shaolin live modestly.
Liu Kang walks off having stolen all their wallets anyways.
My business manager tells me I can write this whole thing off.
The realms are in safe hands.
All right, that was nice. I kind of expected to like, is that really it? Are we not getting like even like a stronger version of Shang Tsung to fight or anything like that, like a Kronika boss fight? I guess not, but I guess that's where it ends. All right. Now I'm just seeing. Okay, they're just doing the art. Yeah, just figured if we can skip movie, see what the hell's going on. I figured there's a post-credit scene. In the bloodbath that is, you know, again, the Armageddon opening. That's basically what this is. Couple of survivors. How you doing, Jax? You doing all right without those arms? Ooh.
Ah, look at him, clinging to life. Even now he struggles.
Everyone who fought today did so fiercely.
Had I not been here for it, I would have thought it impossible. Warriors from across timelines, clashing in combat. The blood, the death, the chaos.
Yes, Lord Havoc. It's unfortunate it all ended so fast.
The next time, it won't.
All right. So interesting, because again, my question is like, well, where's this? I'm just letting this play out. I don't know who this is, but okay, it sounds pretty cool. We're just gonna move on. Okay, so that's our post-credit scene, which I think seasonal content. You defended a new era from Shang Tsung, but your adventure has just begun. Invasions will take you on a single-player journey across the realms. Combat League will test your might against other players online. Both modes refresh each season with new challenges and rewards. Yeah, now it's into the live service aspect of the game, where we got Invasion, where it's kind of like, you know, kind of an adventure mode, but not really, where you go through different areas and new timelines where stuff is happening. Because, yeah, now timelines are just converging, and now stuff is just changing all the time. And different versions of characters bouncing between timelines and just interacting with stuff. Like, I've been playing a little bit of Invasion because it's kind of like the most interesting thing of, single-player content outside of the story mode there is. And so, like, the story is, and this is where I've been playing as Smoke a lot, but it's just sort of like, you're running into characters, getting into random, you know, combat encounters with different characters, and the story is, you know, a scorpion from another timeline is bouncing between timelines, trying to find a version of his wife that's still alive, but every timeline he shows up in, she's already dead, except for one where she marries Sub-Zero. And so now he's just on a rampage to destroy everything, and we just gotta stop his incursion. And, you know, it's like, that seems like a fun thing to do, but, you know, it's gonna be like this thing where it's like, that's gonna run for a couple of months, and then, like, new stuff's gonna happen, new rewards, new limited time events, and it's just, again, it goes into the live service aspect, which is just gonna probably wear thin pretty quickly. I'm just searching something real quick. Okay, yeah, here we go. And because, yeah, I did get the premium edition, and one thing that really dissuaded, you know, wanted me to not get it was Dragon Crystals, a, you know, premium currency, because of course they did. And yeah, okay, so this is where all this is, and you get some for buying the premium edition, you know, so we got a Fortnite-style storefront. So that's where this is. I was wondering, Season Limes, that menu feature seasons inspired. I guess that's how it's... Yeah, so now we got characters, and we got Scorpion-inspired gear for all the characters, it seems like. Shadowed from view. And you can buy them with premium currency, or... Oh, man, after all I played, I can buy, like, one outfit. Okay. So, yeah, we're getting, like, alternate outfits and new stuff. And, like, you know, fitting with the timelines, everyone's getting, like, a Scorpion-inspired style of gear, which is interesting. This is gonna get real old real fast. This is gonna get really annoying real fast. Quick-tempered Empress. That's a cool look. Shame it's so damn expensive. Man, and that's gonna be the problem, isn't it? Actually, that looks real good. Honestly, that little black mesh or whatever that is covering her actually makes the outfit look even sexier. But, you know, this is kind of what the problem is going to be, is like we're going to get premium content or premium items. And so, yeah, premium items, premium storefront. Really cool outfits, the more interesting looks rather than palette swaps. And they're going to be, you know, based on premium currency that you're probably going to be able to unlock in-game at such a snail's pace it's not even going to be worth it, or limited time and you might not see them again, or maybe you'll eventually get rotated out, but it's going to be so long. And easy fatality tokens, that goddamn thing that they keep putting in the games for some freaking reason, even though easy fatalities should just be a thing on their own rather than a premium currency item. Okay. Again, this is now the frustrating part, and, you know, this is kind of where the regrets boil up, but this has been NetherRealm's MO for a while, and, you know, it makes sense they're taking their most popular franchise and then adding in the live service mechanics that is just going to nickel and dime you for any cool cosmetic items or anything like that. And it's just kind of disappointing, but I suppose I get it. It's the loot drop, it's the grind, it's the gameplay loop that wants you to keep playing, tune in every day, complete objectives, like, you know, hold on, let it load up, and, you know, everything's attached to the server now, so you can barely do even single-player stuff offline. So it's like I've been kicked out of Invasion a couple of times because just like the server stopped responding for whatever reason. I haven't tried Towers yet, but I'm worried that's going to be a thing. And, you know, daily quests, do certain things to unlock more currency for seasonal credits, regular credits to spend coins at the shrine. Hold on. And yeah, unlock new outfits and, you know, premium looks. They're only going to be around for a week. Do certain things, mastery of certain characters, basically their battle pass, but at least, you know, you don't have to buy anything. Okay, did we unlock Havoc now? Then who's that person in the side there? Okay, hold on, we'll get there. But, you know, so everyone's basically got their battle pass, but at least you don't have to buy, they're not a premium, and unlock new rewards that probably get progressively worse as you go on. Okay, 35, and then they must prestige or something. I don't know how those mechanics are going to work in the end. I'm just not looking forward to them. Career stats, times played, what? 15 minutes. Oh, for the season, okay. Okay. Or times played in 15 minutes. Oh, that must be... I was like, 15 million? What? Or is that minutes just like in... Okay, yeah, just over the season. I played a couple of minutes just like fighting enemies. Invasion time played 8 minutes? What? Okay, whatever. I'm so high on the leaderboard even though I haven't touched the online yet. Yeah, and just your... overall rankings, and then story mode completion 100, chapter 15 opponents defeated 12. And what I hope, if you were to play chapter 15 with a different character, is there like, does every character have like a set amount of, or, you know, set variation of characters they fight? Is it the same every time? Or if you play as a new character, are there slight differences, you know, like if we play as like Kung Lao, do we get like Melina Kitana or something, or Tarkatan Kitana, or like you know, Smoke Baraka or something like that? The combinations are so fun. Like, that is just really cool to really play along with the infinite possibilities of the universe and then just like make that playable. And again, it feels like custom characters in Mortal Kombat Armageddon just run wild, using somebody as a base and then giving them the flavor of another character type. That's a lot of fun. And at least in, you know, here, the gear isn't so ridiculous like it was in 11. Like, it was kind of fun to unlock. I like that. That's a really cool looking mask. Like, you know, every person had 3 parts of gear in, or yeah, 3 pieces of gear in Mortal Kombat 11, and so you can mix and match them for different looks. It was kind of cool, but also really tedious to manage. Meanwhile, at least this, you can randomize all your items or pick out your favorite ones, which is kind of cool. So, you know, at least it'll switch it up, and then different palettes, which, you know, seems like there's a bunch of different costumes and then palette colors for everything. And again, you can also randomize those just at a push of a button, which, you know, which I might do just for everybody, just because it's fun, just like have it all pop up randomly. And then taunts and different abilities and, you know, the different finishers like brutalities and fatalities, which honestly, I've been kind of let down by some of the fatalities I've seen, but maybe there are other ones that still need to be unlocked. It's what's the process for unlocking them. So it's getting there. You know, we got a bunch of characters to play as. Yeah, like Lee May, customize. Those are kind of cool. You know, customize their ability, or customize their gear, find things you like, try to unlock them and get different outfits and palettes, which I hope is not... Ooh, I like that on her. Like, the blue, kind of like gray blue color on her is great, but that bright pink, or it's kind of more like a... No, like a green and pink. Yeah. Sorry, just looking. Yeah, and then photo mode, find your customizations, share them, such and such and such. So, you know, it's like going through the characters, like picking your favorite, just unlocking stuff for them, and seeing where the seasons take us. And, you know, again, technically the game's not even fully out yet. It's only available for premium, which I spent the money. It was kind of an impulse buy, but did I mention this in part 1, where it's just like, there's just kind of been a lot of things that have gotten Mortal Kombat on my mind. I kind of just on a whim rewatched an old review I made of Mortal Kombat 9 the other day, and it's just like, oh yeah, that timeline's really cool. And then like, James A. Janice of Dead Meat also released a video because he's doing different types of kill counts. Or for those who don't know, James A. Janice does like kill counts of horror movies while being like reviewing horror movies while also tallying up the kills. It's a lot of fun. I kind of vicariously watch horror movies through him, even though he says I shouldn't be doing that. But because of the writer strikes, he's been, you know, trying to stay in solidarity, so he's not been talking about new movies or anything like that. So he's trying to branch out the kill count to different things, and so he's been talking about web series and games, and the first one he did on a video game was Mortal Kombat 9, and so that's been on my mind because it was a really good video, and I'm as recording, his wife Chelsea is supposed to do Danganronpa, and I'm super excited to hear her talk about that. But anyways, so it's like, Mortal Kombat's been on my mind, and it's like, oh yeah, I got Mortal Kombat 11 Let's Play that I recorded 2 years ago and then just never uploaded for, you know, not really a particular reason. It was just during my funk when I had, like, everything breaking on me and nothing was working, so it's just like, I never finished uploading it. Oh. Yeah, that's kind of a cool look. But it's like, I never uploaded it, and so, like, rewatching the events of Mortal Kombat 11 as I'm putting up that Let's Play is just sort of like, yeah, I kind of want to get back into Mortal Kombat, and the new one just finally showed up. And I wasn't that interested in it when it got first announced, and then as the trailers came out, and we're seeing all these different variations on the characters, a new path for them all to walk, how it looks, this game looks amazing. And, you know, the performances are great, sans one, and then, you know, it's just like all these different variations of characters, like characters we have not seen in a while coming back. None of these just look good on her. The model just does not, whatever. You know, all these characters coming back, like obscure ones, like Li Mei, Havoc. Oh yeah, we also got our cameos. Hold on. That's a whole nother thing to customize. But, you know, Li Mei, Havoc, Serena, you know, all these characters from, like, Armageddon. I don't know why we haven't unlocked them yet. Maybe there's something... I don't know if there's something we have to do to unlock them. Maybe they're part of Invasion. Maybe they're part of Towers. Yeah, and, like, Shujinko. Again, like, PS2 era characters that we have not seen for a long time. And here they are, front and center. And it's like, again, and... appropriate. The last chapter is called Armageddon because that's what it feels like. The end of the game feels like the starting cutscene of Mortal Kombat Armageddon, how I originally got into the Mortal Kombat franchise, and there's something nostalgic about it. So again, just like with who they introduce and what they're doing with the story, it feels like, you know, and Reiko, of course, it feels like a, you know, a validation of, like, someone like me who got into the series through the PS2 games, or people that are nostalgic for it. And so it feels like a callback, bringing that all together, and it's really cool. Oh, did we unlock a new finisher? Oh, right, a new brutality. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so just, like, it feels cool, and, you know, lots of really cool, like, smart mechanics, kind of taking, like, the best parts of X and 11 and pooling them together into one. You know, feels like it works. And yeah, the story's a lot of fun. It's not as, you know, looking back on the story of Mortal Kombat 11, I remember being very disappointed in it, because it just, like, the stakes felt so weird because, like, okay, it starts off real high and then it just gets worse and worse as it goes on because characters just disappear from it and they never get heard from again. The stakes don't really feel like they're getting higher as you progress to the end because, like, Kronika is like hemorrhaging followers. You're just gaining them. It's just like nothing is happening. It's just like we're progressing to the end and Kronika feels like a nothing of a threat. Meanwhile, the Aftermath DLC story was really cool, where it's like, oh, it's actually ebbing and flowing because you got Shang Tsung, who is, you know, showing up to like help fix a problem, and whether he realized it or not, bringing back characters like Sindel, who turns out to be actually fully evil and always was. And, you know, working with Shao Kahn as they're killing Kung Lao, Kotal Kahn, and torturing Liu Kang and Kitana, and, like, Shang Tsung taking the time crown from Fujin and becoming the timekeeper. It's just like, there are stakes because they are taking out the heroes, the bad guys are winning, and then Liu Kang only swoops in at the end. It's like, yeah, I kind of expected Shang Tsung to do this, so I had to sacrifice this timeline just to get one chance to try and beat him. But two timekeepers fighting against each other, creating multiple timelines, and like splitting the universe into possibly billions, infinite possibilities, is really cool, and a really cool payoff to where these time powers went, and kind of paying off even the, you know, tower endings in Mortal Kombat 11, kind of giving them a payoff. Because that's something I always liked about Mortal Kombat is, you know, usually the tower modes end with, you know, fighting a godly entity. And then at the end of it, Jesus. Oh, okay. Sorry, so fighting a godly entity at the top of the tower, whether it's Blaze, it's Shao Kahn, Shujinko, Kronika, and, you know, and when you finish the tower, whoever you were playing as and finished it with gets godlike power, and it's like, what do they do with it? You know, and it's like, I've always liked that, because it always felt like, it's like, hey, it's kind of like an alternate ending to the story. But they literalized that in this and made every ending canon in a way. And that's really cool. So, yeah, there's a lot to the story. You know, again, it kind of starts out slow. You can kind of blaze through it because, like, especially, you know, nearing the end, like in the second half, it's like, oh, all the enemies you're fighting are kind of in one room. I know what I said in Sub-Zero's chapters. Like, you know what other games would do? They would just... You know, the cameo system's giving them excuse. You would fight Quan Chi, then you would fight Shang Tsung, but this, it's limiting them into one fight, and then it turned out no. So it is kind of like a little padded. Well, not padded, because, well, yeah, kind of padded. Because you're going through these easy fights that just, like, you can steamroll because there's nothing else to do. And as you just, like, keep going, and then it's just like, yeah, we should go to the shrine. We got a couple of rolls. Okay, hold on. So you kind of steamroll through the latter half of the adventure, but, you know, the combat's fun, and, you know, it's gone into some fun places, you know, with the whole, you know, these alternate versions of these characters living different lives, you know, Hanzo Hisashi not being around. It's Kuai Liang, Sub-Zero 2, who's taken the role of Scorpion in this world. You got Kung Lao, who seems to be, like, still his cocky self, wanting to be the hero, wanting to do what he... wanting to be, like, the hero. It's like, well, without Liu Kang in the world, because he's now the god, maybe it's finally Kung Lao's time to shine, and he still gets shown up by Raiden. Yeah, that feels like... And he still gets shown up by Raiden, who's kind of like the Liu Kang of this universe, but is still the humble self we know, the wise, kind of like, you know, adult in the room. And it's interesting. And then, you know, you got everybody else, you know, yeah, it's just, you got different things. Melina and Tanya, which on one hand, I guess I'm kind of disappointed they didn't go all the way with what they were implying. Where they were really implying, you know, Melina is actually Sindel's daughter, not just a test tube baby made for Shao Kahn. No, she is legitimate, but she's been infected by Tarkat, which is like this ravenous disease instead of, at least I think, where Tarkatans were just outworld creatures and not like a byproduct of disease. But you know, so it's like she got infected somehow, but, you know, and so she's trying to fight for her heirship because she's the firstborn, she wants to lead, and Kitana's totally fine with letting her do that, but, you know, it's like, can a Tarkatan rule? And also they kind of imply she's got a relationship or wants to start one with Tanya. Ooh, those are cool. And it's like, oh, they're implying this like forbidden love between the new queen and her bodyguard, which they don't go all the way with. And it's like, wow, they copped out of that, didn't they? They queer baited the hell out of that. But, you know, we'll see. Because, yeah. But, so that's what they imply. Because that's when Kitana's just like, you know the rules. You can't do what you're thinking. It's like, what do you mean by that? Oh, they're doing that route. Which, you know, really feels like that's what they're doing. You know, maybe they're not. It feels cheap if they're not. But anyways, I kind of like that, Peacock fan. But yeah, it's just like interesting variations on the characters giving new life. Where Shao Kahn being like this general who, yeah, could still be whispered sweet nothings into his ear and could be radicalized into, you know, fighting against his best interest. That's awesome. Fighting against his best interest. That's awesome too. This is why I might randomize stuff, because the gear is actually really cool. You know, Shao Kahn sounds like he was actually reasonable, still aggressive, still wanted to do everything for his home, but when he's being whispered into by Shang Tsung, where it's just like, he wants to rule your world. Are you gonna let that happen? That's kind of cool. They kind of make Shang Tsung feel like, Scarecrow in this, Batman Scarecrow. Okay, I like that. This kind of looks like Spartan. This looks like a Shao Kahn mask. Sorry, looking over everybody's gear. It's unlocking stuff that's going to take some time, but we'll get there. Because I like that. Yeah. And, you know, Reptile, instead of just being like this jobber who gets screwed over all the time, and now he's kind of like, oh yeah, all my people are, you know, lizard people, but I can transform into a human. And, like, that's very interesting what they do with that. I like, you know, how do I put it? Reptile's an actual character now. That looks so dumb. Okay, sorry. I mean, these are his style, but I kind of like the original glasses. These kind of fit his motif. Sorry, going over the gear real quick. I know we should wrap up here. And, you know, Kenshi, where it's just like, you know, Liu Kang tried to change the world, where it's just like, oh yeah, Kenshi will not lose his sight this time. Oh, I like that. That serrated blade. That looks cool too. I like the handleless katana. Or what's the word? The hiltless katana. I like that. We're going with that. You know, Kenshi, he tried to make a world where he didn't lose his eyesight, and, you know, it still came to pass. But, you know, he'll survive. I don't really like that. That's kind of... doesn't look like blades. It kind of looks like Carnage tentacles, and I don't really like that. These are kind of cool, though. And, you know, Baraka being like a whole character now. Again, they actually made characters out of some of the Outworld monsters, and that's really cool. Different chest piece. That actually looks like a heart. I suppose that's what it's supposed to be, but that's interesting. Sorry, now that we're going through everybody, and, you know, I love that. I love that about Havoc. Just him dismembering himself for the hell of it because he can. And now it kind of builds up. Maybe he's gonna, well, who knows? We'll see where everything takes us, you know, with the future of the series. We'll see how the seasons play out. Maybe they'll introduce new story content or something. That's kind of cool. I like this, though. you know, maybe maybe we'll get new story content. Maybe we'll get like an Aftermath expansion like 11 did and see what, if any new story content kicks in. Okay, server's acting up. All right. Did I go through everybody? I think I did. Yeah, so, you know, unlock gear, unlock stuff. But, you know, it's like, we'll see if there's maybe new story content, what they do with the possibility of, like, infinite timelines and, like, how things change up. New palettes and outfits. You know, I kind of wish we could play as the cameo characters, but they're cameos for a reason. They're now just confined to, you know, showing up on the side, which I kind of wish, because it's clear that they were playable. Hold on. Because, you know, playable characters worked as cameos, in the... Yeah, playable characters were working as cameos before, and I kind of wish... Hold on, yeah.
Sub-Zero.
Choose a cameo. I kind of wish we could still use playable characters as cameos. I don't think there's a reason you couldn't. Who knows? Maybe that's an update down the line. Who knows? There's a lot that could change in the, you know, the next 5 years or something. Because what was that? Mortal Kombat 11 was 2019, if I recall, right? So, and this came out to, you know, 2023. About a, you know, 4 or 5 year gap, roughly. So, you know, we'll see where content takes us in the next couple of years and see what they do next. I thought there'd be an Injustice 3 before there'd be another Mortal Kombat after 11. But, you know, maybe they will do that, maybe they won't, who knows. But, you know, it's like, so what's next for Mortal Kombat? Where's the story going to take us? Is maybe a new Shinnok going to appear out of nowhere? Are we going to get things like Blaze again? Because, yeah, now with this, where it's like, okay, you know, I thought it's like, well, where's the story going to go after Mortal Kombat 11? Because now Liu Kang is creating a perfect timeline that was interfered with by another timeline. But now that we got that, it's like we took care. Well, it seems like infinite possibilities. It's like, oh, anything could happen. Maybe an evil Liu Kang will show up in Mortal Kombat 11. It's just like, but where's that stop? You know, you can't really get higher than a multiverse battle royale for the fate of the realm. Unless that does happen, but I guess we'll see in the future. You know, it's hard to speculate with the infinite possibilities of the universe, so I guess we'll just wait and see. Timmara gear, boo. And yeah, you get, I guess you can say the in-game currency, one of them. And you can use them for loot drops, where you get various art pieces or random pieces of gear, but there's also like loads of art pieces, so, you know, gonna be a while. The odds are not in your favor if you're looking to get gear out of this. Yeah. So, yeah, not really crazy about that being a loot box, basically. You got, yeah, like 200 pieces of gear to fit in your collection. Oh, that's only, yeah. You got 200 pieces of gear. Okay, we got movies for our, you know, various characters when we beat the towers with them. And then, yeah, 200 pieces of gear of artwork and such, which when you finally get all those, maybe you'll start getting more you know, customizable gear, but that's like, that feels like duplicates when you get a artwork piece. So yeah, there's a lot to go. And yeah, we'll see where the future of Mortal Kombat takes us. We'll see if this live service thing works out well for it, because yeah, playing through the game, again, playing the premium version before the game even comes out, which will be tomorrow on the 19th, where the masses will be able to get their hands on the game. And we'll see where things change, you know, how the reception is. Reviews have been good because they usually are, but, you know, with people getting sick of live service mechanics and, you know, frankly, people not having the money to really support live service mechanics, we'll see how it goes. But with that, I suppose I should stop rambling. I spent more time rambling than I did, playing the final match. So I gotta wrap up. I got other stuff to do. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 1, fun story mode. We'll see what the the extra content's gonna be. I'm hoping for some big updates that are gonna really shake things up as time goes on. And I guess we'll find out. So, hopefully the, I'm just waiting for, like, it usually kicks into play, like, a random fight when it fades out of the title screen, because I want to end things on the title. There we go. But yeah, so with that, we're wrapped up for now. I got it. I spent the money. I better keep playing the damn thing. Not that I'll ever buy the goddamn premium currency, but I better earn something from playing this. So I'll get cracking on that with my free time. But in the meantime, I'm gonna probably put these up, or at least a majority of these up, the start on the release day of the game. So I gotta get editing, and we'll see how things go. But hopefully you're enjoying the game. Hopefully you're enjoying the story. Hopefully you're enjoying, like, these new versions of the characters, because that's kind of like the highlight for me, is like all these alternate variations of the characters. And hopefully we get to see more. Oh yeah, wait, I've realized I'm missing some stuff, because I'm also, now that I've got the premium, I got the season pass and everything, and they've already announced, like, the entire lineup for the DLC characters, and that's going to include, let me look it up, because I remember some of them, because, of course, with things like Invincible, the show being popular, season 2 coming out soon, I think, but anyways, hold on. Because they've already announced, like, who is being part of, like, at least the first pack of DLC characters. And, again, Omni-Man being popular, of course. And, some hints from Ed Boon, even before, I think before Mortal Kombat 11 lost support. It's like people saying, like, well, let's release Omni-Man before the game stops getting support. Well, it did. But Omni-Man is coming to this perfect fit. Basically, it's gonna be like Superman it's kind of like it's kind of like Scorpion and Raiden being put into Injustice 2. Now it's like reverse. We're getting a Superman analog in Mortal Kombat, which is gonna be fun because he's the perfect amount of brutal for it. So I think he's the fan favorite. He's who's everyone's excited for, and is also apparently going to be played by J.K. Simmons. So beautiful, perfect casting, perfect. Also Homelander from The Boys. I haven't seen The Boys. I just know Homelander's a little whiny bitch. But is Jeffree Star playing him again on this? Either way, Homelander, so another Superman analog, and, I'd say it's just like, yeah, now people can finally do the debate, who's stronger, Omni-Man or Homelander? It's Omni-Man, but people can pretend and fantasize that Omni-Man somehow gets beaten by Homelander. Again, I haven't seen The Boys, I just know, like, Homelander's, like, a interesting, like, evil Superman analog. I just don't know. It's just like I'm kind of more annoyed by Homelander than anything by basically the things I've seen. Because, he's one of those characters like, yeah, he's supposed to be a complete disaster and loser who just happens to be super strong. But really, he's a whiny, egotist who can't, match up to his own hype when push comes to shove. And people idolize him for some reason. But anyways, Peacemaker. I was surprised to see that. Yeah, because what James Gunn did with Peacemaker in the Suicide Squad, the 2019 version? No, 2020, right? When did the good Suicide Squad come out? But yeah, Peacemaker was a fun character in that. The show is really good, and so yeah, he's a perfect fit for this. And so I think also being played by John Cena in when he comes to this, so that's gonna be fun. Ermac. Okay, Ermac is going to be playable. He's coming. Makes sense. They got the character model and everything all set. Why he wasn't in the game on default, kind of weird, but fine. So yeah, Ermac on his way. Quan Chi, yeah, same thing. It's kind of like, again, kind of dumb. They're quartering off, you know, popular characters that are known in the franchise as DLC, paid DLC, but fine, whatever. And Quan Chi, I've never liked playing as Quan Chi, but, you know, he's on his way. And Takeda, my boy! I really liked Takeda, Kung Jin, you know, Jackie and Cassie back in Mortal Kombat X. I think that was the best versions of Cassie and Jackie. But Takeda not coming back in 11 was kind of a disappointment. Same with Kung Jin. And it's just sort of like, yeah, I'm glad to see Takeda, my, you know, cybernetic Shirai Ryu boy, coming back. So, you know, that's good. And, you know, this is just pack 1. And apparently everything is supposed to be dished out by, at least by spring 2024 is when everyone's going to come out. Either that's when they're starting or that's when everyone's going to be out. And, you know, in tradition, there's been like 2 major content packs for the last couple of Mortal Kombat games. So, you know, we're going to expect like a big roster increase by the time this is over. If not, you know, also more cameo characters being added to that as well. And again, hopefully we also get an update where you can use playable characters as cameos. Yeah, because we got Kung Lao and Sub-Zero as cameos. Yeah, so what I'm hoping is, because clearly they work just fine, but, you know, hopefully we'll get the point where playable characters can also be used as cameos, because they got the abilities, they got the things, they can open up new strategies, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah. I guess we'll see what the future holds, because, you know, there's literally infinite possibilities in this new timeline. So, with that all being said, waiting for the title to drop. But yeah, with that all being said, I've gone on way too long. With that all being said, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off. And thank you for watching me play Mortal Kombat 1.